Howdy! Suffering of Big O begins. Yeah, it's probably the best tune from Deadly Premonition. I think it's called like Life is Beautiful or Life is Wonderful or something like that. It's pretty great. Anyways, yeah. Welcome all. I took like a week off because it's been busy lately. There's a festival that happens every year here in the town I'm in, but they're not having it this year because of COVID, but still everybody poured in from all around for it anyways. Yeah. It's been really busy and juggling all this stuff. Been exhausting. But I took like a week off. Yeah, they canceled it last year too. Yeah, they usually uh because this is the town I live in is both by a river and the ocean. They usually set up down like a whole carnival down by the docks and stuff. Yeah, but they are enforcing like stricter closing times. Pennies. All right. Oh, eh. Eh. All right. Welcome to Spy Fiction. So, what we're going to be doing is this is my save file from already beating the game twice. In order to achieve the true ending to this game, you have to beat it once and then play all the way through it again. But it gives you an extra level at the end and various story bits throughout to flesh it out a bit more. So we're going to be doing that. I think I just have to select this. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on normal. So, expert in Scarface, what? For those who think they've mastered the game, if you've discovered it all, the game is over. Oh, it's European Extreme Mode. No, because I'm gonna have a hard enough time with this game as it is. So I'm just gonna do it on normal. Oh, actually, sets the story's difficulty level, indicating how many hints you are given. All hints are displayed so the levels can be cleared easily. I think this is what I normally do it on. Yeah. Okay, so. Wait, what? Oh, right. So we can be Billy Bishop. He's physically strong, but he cannot use female disguises. You can use Sheila. She can literally masquerade as men and women. but there aren't that many female targets to be in this game. Or Billy's alternate costume that I got for beating the game once is wearing a state-of-the-art trial spy suit, which is called casual gear. Yeah, we'll probably just do casual Billy. Prologue, Phantom. Yeah, this game is kind of wacky. Have I had a chance to watch your Judgment streams? To be honest, since I want to play through that game myself, I've been kind of avoiding them because I'm trying to like avoid spoilers for it. Howdy, Scarecrow. How goes it? Hope everybody's having a good day. You're engaging in some spy espionage stuff.
The briefing. Phantom's assignment is to disarm Enigma, the
I'm doing well.
cell hiding out in Wolfgang Castle. Enigma's bioweapon, Lauder, must be found and destroyed. Bishop and Sheila, you run the op. Nicholas, you stand by as support. Our friend Michael is already in the castle. Make contact with him ASAP. His intel is crucial to your mission. The CIA is deploying Delta Force from Langley. They'll create a diversion from the lakeside. That should buy you time to get to the terrorists' headquarters.
Alright.
Enigma's ambitions are global. You must stop them at any
This looks a lot like James
it's
Bond.
Up to Phantom. The fate
Yeah,
of the
spy
world
fiction.
rests with you.
And I'm using air quotes here, takes inspiration from various amounts of sources.
Move your body forward, backward, left, and right. That's it. Now adjust the target cursor until it lines up with your target. There are anti-aircraft sensors around the target. Open your chute directly over the target. If not, it's curtains. Got it? Look at your altimeter.
Yeah, this is how people usually learn about Halo jumps. They leap out of the plane, and then someone's like, I want to explain to you what you're about to do.
Hold the square button down to grab the ripcord handle. Release the button to pull the cord, and your parachute will open. If you open it above 3,000 feet, the enemy will see you. Mission over. If you open it too late, you're roadkill. Don't screw up. 1,500 feet is the deadline. Any lower, you're dead. Got that?
Yeah, you'll see. This game pretty much
See you on the ground.
it uses plot points and stuff. Whoop. I didn't listen to that at all.
You've been spotted. You opened your parachute too soon. Mission over, hotshot.
God, they've got spotlights that can see me at 9,000 feet in the air. I don't have to listen to that whole explanation again, do I? Okay, no, I don't. Cool. Green good? X collect supplies on the wall? I touch green? Yeah, I can. I don't know who said, let's put aerial mines and briefcases full of cool stuff up here. But, yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. Hopefully, yeah, this should go better than that time in Metal Slug. In Metal Slug, it pretty much lied to me, more or less. Ah! But yeah, this game is basically GoldenEye. No, it's a bit of a mix between, like, Mission Impossible with, like, some Metal Gear Solid plot elements mixed into it. I guess it's a little bit GoldenEye-ish, too.
Time has come. Anything could happen on a night like this. Still going in?
I'm ready for it.
Wow, Nicholas.
There's
What a
no
super
turning
ominous
back
way
for me
thing
now.
to say.
Whatever you want.
Sound almost
Okay,
being
then.
weird.
Let's get on with it.
And loading screen again. Huh. I wonder. Let me go way down the top of my PS2 somewhere.
Bishop? Nothing. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'll go in ahead. You come in
Again,
behind.
Nicholas saying some really ominous shit.
Roger.
Back in the hole.
Back in the hole.
Back in the hole. But yeah, the lid of my slimline PS2 doesn't hold down as much as it should. So the disc stops spinning sometimes. So I actually have to weigh it down so that the PS2 will consider the top closed. That way it'll read the disc properly. God, I've forgotten everything about this game. Have to do that for your car's DVD player. Yeah, Billy's got kind of the Solid Snake punch kick spin kick combo. Or rather, he has that combo, but he adds an extra spin kick into it. Oh man, Trapperinos. Now we've got a gun.
If you press and release the triangle button quickly, you can empty your hands or switch between the tools you're using.
Like this. Billy's praying. Furiously. Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. Just you wait.
Enemy soldier ahead. Use the L1 button to get past the guards. Press the L1 button to blend into the wall.
Yeah, here's a neat thing with this game. You don't have radar, so you can actually like physically see the enemy's cone of vision. Even Chicken Run ripped off Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, you stay pressed against the wall for a few seconds, you get active camo. Also, the guards are deaf and don't hear you running, so that's helpful too. This is a PS2 game, but the guards in this game are worse than the guards in Metal Gear Solid. Hey. Don't remember how to, like, listen to people. I think I have to get close to them. Or no, I have to aim my camera at him or something.
So far, so good. I'll go in, you two follow.
Yeah, the first chunk of this isn't especially nutty. It takes a little bit of time. So these machines, if an alert happens, and if you have like a soldier's ID tags or something like that, you can feed them into it to cancel the alarm. I think, if I remember right.
Got your spider grips? Put them on. Hug a wall, jump, and press the L1 button in midair. Time it right, and you'll cling to the ceiling.
Spider-Man. Don't think this comes into use too often.
I thought I heard something. The maps don't show any activity. Just a fan.
But it is something we can do. Or maybe it's just something I never made good use of. Shoot. Okay, so the main rule of combat in this game is to try to never get into combat. There goes showing off his midriff. This is actually a an additional costume you get for beating the game.
We lost contact with one of ours. All squadrons, maintain posts.
Okay. So I don't remember for the life of me where I was supposed to go here. Oh, I see. Because we're still in caution, that door doesn't open. I like how Billy is imitating like he's gonna shave. Kind of throw everybody off. This isn't a taser, it's an electric razor. I'm shaving. Shaving. Okay, what do we got here? Talking into the stun gun. Oh. That must be another New Game Plus item. I shouldn't have those. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh. Shoot. Eh.
All clear. All squadrons, return to positions.
Okay. How do I go first person view again? And now we can go in here. Triangle usually. Triangle actually brings up my menu.
The entrance to the castle is guarded. You'll need a disguise. Here's how it's done. Watch and learn. Take a photo of a soldier with a 3DA camera. Find a barrel or a small room to hide in and change into the soldier.
Get a picture of them, and then hop into a dumpster and become them.
You can walk around like you own the joint.
Okay. Hit the target. R1. That's how it goes. God, I've forgotten so much about how to play this game. Holy shit. Okay, L1 makes me enter it. Gotcha. Hello, fellow Enigma soldier. You just hop out of a dumpster?
What are you doing here? Return to your post. Master, quick. Hold your father, soldier. Return to your post.
We talk, the jig is up, so we have to pantomime to everybody.
Perfect disguise. Remember that technique. It will save your neck, my friend. You look like a soldier. Now walk the walk, talk the talk. If you get caught, this whole charade will be for nothing. Use shortcuts to get around. Your routes may be barred. Don't use your phantom spy tools. They're a dead giveaway. Now get going.
How do you do, fellow soldiers? Yeah, every disguise has a button, or if you press L1 while wearing a disguise, you do something that makes you blend in more. Like in this case, you just stand around and can't move with your gun. Is it a stealth game? It is. The stealth mechanics, while plainly explained here, don't always work the best though, so... Also, howdy, Shads. You love stealth games? This one... I don't know if I'd necessarily call it bad. It is just flawed, pretty much. Nicholas is already there, over there, knocked out.
He's got it, sir. Report to the chapel. What?
100% Lego Ninjago. Ah! Oh, fuck. Oh, that's right. It's just basically a shooting gallery at this point. Just have to kill guards for a little bit. I've never even played Lego Ninjago. I'm assuming that's probably a difficult task, though.
Retreat! Secure the prisoner and get out of here! Get the prisoner! Retreat!
10 heavily armed soldiers with machine guns can't take one guy with a silenced pistol. Action roll. Why would they do that to their own base, though? Wanted to stream, but net issues today? Oh, that sucks, man. No, they got Nicholas. He was that guy that kept saying ominous things. Who will say ominous things to me now?
Oh, you made it. Man, are you lucky. Those goons grabbed Nicholas. If he cracks, we're...
Base has been compromised, they gotta move anyway.
Nick's tough. He'll survive. I suggest you get a move on. Here's the plan. Exit through the ventilation shaft. In there. Stay safe. I'll meet you on the other side.
Look, he's just like, yeah, Nick will be fine. He was unconscious and they grabbed him, but it's cool. It's not a big deal. Okay. Random explosion thought of the fact that we're not going back that way.
They've cut off your exit. They know we're here. Move it! There's the chapel. In there. It's commanders and high-ranking officers only. Disguise yourself as an officer to gain access. Use the 3DA camera. Locate an officer and take his photo. Change into the officer ASAP. If your disguise isn't complete, the system won't let you in. And get a good shot from the front, showing the officer's face. See you in the chapel, if you succeed.
Okay. So yeah, just a standard soldier won't do it this time. Actually get a picture of an officer or the commander. No. No, go away. Ah! You hear that soft murmuring? That's... because he's talking and we could hear it, but we weren't close enough to hear. Okay, was it here? Okay, yeah, that's what I needed.
Intruder! Someone help me! Roger. Strike squadron. Move out.
Shit. Oh, I've cornered myself. That's no good. That's a no good.
There you are. You can't hide from me. There you are. You can't hide from me.
Okay, so...
There you are.
Ah!
You can't hide from me. There you are. You can't hide from me.
This is how much of a mess it is anytime you get discovered. Oh, I've got more pistol rounds. Okay, I need to find a barrel.
Can't hide from me.
Yo, there's one around here somewhere.
There you are. You can't hide from me.
Okay, yeah, so that barrel does work too.
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area.
It's no big deal, guys. Everything's cool. It's just me, the guy, Dietrich Troy, the commander man. Yep, don't worry about me. Come on.
All clear. Maggot on the run. All areas, maintain alert status.
Ah. Hate this. Is there a place where I can... Yeah. Okay, there we go. Howdy, Cole. There we are. Made it in, boys. Our disguise was flawless. Turn that down a little bit. That's really loud.
Humans. Such frail, pathetic creatures.
Huh?
They're so predictable, so easily tempted.
Granted. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Thousand. You're already at 80,000. That shouldn't.
So, how does it feel to meet the real Dietrich?
Okay, Cole. Yeah. That's my question. Now we get a Mission Impossible style, like, face peel.
Let go!
I'm going to the airship now. I leave the dirty work to you.
At most, I would believe you have, about 30,000 tiny robots. These guys aren't human? No, if you've ever seen, like, some of the Mission Impossible movies, they can... Oh, are you talking about the villains? No, they're human.
Something special.
Actually, maybe one of them isn't, but...
Nicholas!
Beautiful, isn't it? But something missing.
No!
That's it. Blood was a sacrifice. Yes.
Shadow Hearts? Right on. Actually, a game for the PS1 I own that's kind of a prequel to Shadow Hearts. It's called Kudelka.
You'll never be forgiven for all your atrocities. In heaven, everyone's forgiven. But he will go to hell.
No!
No, they killed poor Nicholas.
Oh, poor baby. Didn't you like that?
Are the bad guys Nazis? No, I don't think they're Nazis. Just this dude has a really thick German accent. Colors, outfits, and decor do not help. Yeah, I suppose. I think, if I remember right, I think Dietrich is the only one that talks like that. Wait, what? Oh, I must have accidentally chosen to, like, quit game. And that's kind of the level that's like a prelude. The game, it's one of those games where it's kind of like a movie where it starts at like right near the end, and then it's like, this is how we got here. Funnily enough, towards the end, it'll make us replay that entire level over again. and there will be almost no changes. It won't be harder at all.
Good morning.
If I remember
Let's
right.
skip the formalities and begin the briefing. Your mission is to conduct an investigation of Nanotech Dyne Inc., the pharmaceutical company. On the surface, it seems to be a legitimate corporation, but we suspect they're developing illegal biochemical weapons. You must break into their computer to verify our intelligence. Time is of the essence. Launch the mission tonight. Here's the strategy for cracking the computer's security. I'll begin with what we know. 2 items are required to gain access. The first is the retinal scan of Dr. Forrest Kaysen. He designed the system so that he alone
Forrest
can use the
Kaysen.
terminals. The computer is activated when his retinal scan is verified by the system.
Yeah, he's a character that
Use the retina
exists
scanner to
in
acquire a scan without his
most
knowledge.
of the games that Swery
Set up the
65
retina
creates.
scanner on the electron microscope
In
the
this
level 2
game,
lab.
he's in Deadly
Press the
Premonition.
circle button when Kaysen is
He was
using
in
the
that
microscope. The scanner
Dark
will
Dreams Don't
automatically
Die
scan and relay
game.
the data to you. The second item is Kaysen's
Forrest
password.
Kaysen.
You'll need this for file
He was that
transfers. You'll
scientist
have to
guy they
install
just
the
showed
file.
on the screen.
When you get the retinal scan and Kaysen's password, we're in. Go to the rendezvous in the underground parking lot for extraction. Samuel is working inside as our mole. Find him to find out what he knows. Do you understand?
Yeah, I gotcha.
One more thing. Supplies have been deposited at dead drops around the building. A friend called the Middleman stashed them for us. Search under desks, inside chests, and so on to find supplies. If there's something you need, garbology might be effective.
Garbology? What? It is I, sanitation worker man.
Hey, watch it!
Okay.
Send reinforcements!
No! Don't send reinforcements. Why would a trash man have reinforcements? Those who study garbage. Okay.
I can't hear what they're saying. Get closer. Press the L1 button next to the person you want to hear. You can tune in on everything to the slightest whisper. Test it on those guys.
Get close to someone who's talking and crouch down near them. You'll be able to hear everything they say.
Did you hear? Dr. Kaysen won 3rd prize in the Cowgirl Lotto last month.
Tickets are $100 a pop. How could he blow that much every Thursday? He'd go broke.
Yep. He's dropped a bundle.
Also, I love the noises they make before you can actually hear them. They're like bloop, 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 bloop. Still, sir. Okay. Now we just need to find garbage can or something. Interesting mechanic, though. Yeah. Like, this game has interesting ideas. It's just not proficient at executing them. I think I have to go back outside. Hopefully the garbage men aren't calling reinforcements on me anymore. Hey, we all cool, guys? Okay. Here. Hey. Oh, that's right. Okay. Right. Garbology is, Yeah, garbology is basically like collectible, readable things. In this game, anyways. Okay, we are a scientist. We are that scientist, so, this is how we're inconspicuous. We just stop and start doing science in the middle of the hallway. They'll never suspect a thing.
I'm sick of this. Graveyard shift is the pits. Who needs the aggravation?
I don't... This game is weird, where it has free cam most of the time, but sometimes it just has fixed camera angles. Really fucks with things.
One moment. I'll open the doors. There you go.
Love how deliberately he did that. Hold on. Let me do the job that I'm here for. There you go. Why am I in the... Ah, this fucking camera. Jesus.
You're late, kiddo. What's wrong? Oh, this? Looks good, doesn't it? Fooled everyone. No one suspects on the spot. Okay, kid, here's what Cookie knows. The electron microscope's in the level 2 lab. You need a level 2 keycard to get in. Security's tight. Be careful. Contact the middleman to get that level 2 keycard. He's been snooping around for HQ. Protect him. He's sticking his neck out for us. Hook up with the middleman in the level 1 lab locker room. Sit there reading the Sports Weekly. He'll spot you and make contact. What? Why Sports Weekly? He's a football fan, of course. He stashed the Sports Weekly in the smoking area. It's to your right as you leave the cafeteria. The level 1 lab is past the smoking area, beyond the foyer. You got that?
Okay.
Take this key card. You'll need it to get into the level 1 lab.
Alright, well, good luck to you too, Chef Man. He's just the cook.
If you get lost, look at the map. You can view a map of the facility by holding down the triangle button to access the menu. It shows your position and your goal for the mission. Your backpack is a GPS locator.
Just gonna do some science here. Cafeteria, don't mind me.
Jason's going on the Metropolis again. He weighs 300 pounds. How does that ship get off the ground?
Wow. It's a roundabout way of saying he's fat! Okay. So this is the cafeteria. And this is the foyer. So we need a copy of Sports Weekly. Scientific opinion is just that he's big boned. Yeah. Is this a smoking area? Oh, here we go.
You've got the Sports Weekly.
Whoops.
Now go to the locker room and wait for the middleman. Press the triangle button to select the Sports Weekly. Don't be so nervous. He's on our side.
Okay, Nicholas, but I don't... I forgot where the locker room even is. Is this the locker room? No, this is a bathroom. Yeah. Okay, I don't... This guard holding a magazine. A dude peeing into a urinal, while continuing to wear his suit, and then a dude just, like, mopping the floor. That's the women's room. That'd be bad. Is this the locker room? Suppose I could check my map. Level 1 lab. Card. Okay. Area, elevator hall, restroom. Oh, okay. The level 1 lab locker room. There we go. Circle. Mostly just bumbling around here. Ah! Copy of Sports Weekly. Just stare at a magazine.
Are you a fan? Here's the level 2 key card. It will get you into the level 2 lab. You can get there from the second floor of the cafeteria. Use the card at the hallway door and you're in the clear. Got it? Oh yeah, I've done some investigating. Dr. Kaysen buys a Cowgirl Lotto ticket every Thursday. He uses the number as the password. There's a new ticket every week. Get the current one.
Okay.
Then do me a big favor. Return the key card. It's a royal pain to file a lost item report.
So what he just said about getting stupid lottery ticket took me so long when I first played this game, because if you were a man who changed his computer password every week and the password you typically used was whatever last week's lotto number you used was, where would you keep such a thing? Would you keep it tucked away in your desk somewhere? Would you more likely just keep it on your person? All the scientists here look the same. Would you try to keep it like someplace close by for like safekeeping?
I've got intel from Samuel. Kaysen goes to the cafeteria at the same time every night. Samuel says it's his only exercise. He's going to the cafeteria any minute now. Set up the retina scanner while he's there. He can't suspect anything when he returns.
Okay, so first I guess we need to set up the retinal scanner thing.
I want to go home. What's Kaysen got against me? I hate night shifts, but if I complain, he'll fire me. Dr. Coleman was such a little angel. Excuse me, only Dr. Kaysen has clearance.
Okay. Alright, so can't get in that way. But yeah. If your thought was that you would hide this code anywhere that makes sense, you'd be wrong. In reality,
Help! Police! There's an intruder!
uh-oh.
Intruder alert! Strike squadron, move out!
Ah!
There you are. You can't hide from me.
Let me go. Let me leave. I guess I can't.
Get it. You'll never escape. We've lost contact with one of ours. All squadrons, maintain posts.
Okay, so, yeah. I was about to say... No, it doesn't work unless I can get their face too. And I... Quite a few. But yeah, that picture that I punched open in order to get the stuff out of, that's where he hid the lottery ticket.
How come the password changes every Thursday? What happens on Thursdays?
Kaysen's a lotto junkie. His ticket is the password into the system.
That's taking a big gamble.
Okay. Can't. I'm in danger. Haha.
Send reinforcements. There's an intruder.
Oh, there's the room. There's the exit. No. Oh. I am so bad at stealth. to go in here. All right.
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area.
But yeah, truly, his lottery ticket was just inside one thing.
Intruder, someone help me.
Whoops. Was inside the picture. It doesn't make any sense for it to be there, but there was. I guess if you're playing with a lot of hints, the game will tell you that it's there. When I first played through this, I'm like, I don't need the game to tell me things. So I put it on level 1 like I did just now. And yeah. Kind of discovered that it was in that picture completely by accident. That researcher's wanted, okay. Then I need photo. This man. And now I can do not find it weird that suddenly there's a third, like, scientist guy just hanging out in your room? Is Kaysen's private thing? Yeah. Go.
Kaysen is returning. Hide. Watch him carefully. Hold down the circle button when he looks into the microscope. Timing is everything. The scanner will relay the image instantly. When it does, leave. Got it?
Alright. It's time to be inconspicuous. Just do science over here in front of the window. While I listen to people murmur in the background. Where is he? You coming? Kaysen, where are you? I don't like listening to this other guy. I think I heard the door open and close. There he is.
Coleman's virus is revolutionary. It'll revolutionize my bank account. Coleman's virus is...
God, there's a couple of them now in the background. Alright, well, we got his eyeballs. Like, well, I stared into a microscope for less than 10 seconds. Time to just, leave, I guess.
Coleman had no idea what she stumbled on. It took my genius to recognize it. All this
Don't mind the random scientist in the corner just doing science. In your personal room.
Coleman had no idea what she stumbled on. It took my genius to... Coleman had no idea what she stumbled on. It took my genius to recognize it.
Okay, are you gonna leave your room soon? Oh, wait, I actually don't think I need anything in here. I think? Okay. What am I doing? Escape from the underground parking lot. Oh, okay. 'Cause our only mission here was to get all the proper things so that we could leave, or so that we could come back later. So now we've got to... Yeah, I know. We can't climb through a vent while wearing a disguise. We have to, yeah, throw away our disguise like it's some kind of hologram blanket over us. You didn't see anything! Don't worry, guys, it's just me, biochemical researcher. Everything's fine. Think we can just leave? Think? Dude, okay. Smoking lounge. No, I went through the wrong door in the cafeteria. I gotta go back through the kitchen. Where Sammy the cook is. That? Oh, those are some weird shadows. Oh, that's cool.
We've got a problem. There's too much interference. We can't get a clear signal from the retina scanner. Retrieve it before Kaysen finds it.
Hold on. Security's been alerted. Go up to the level 2 lab and retrieve the retina scanner. Hurry, before it's discovered.
No time to waste. Get moving.
I don't think you could have retrieved the retinal scanner before now as well. Now we have to run back real quick. Pretty generous timer, all things considered, though.
Send reinforcements. There's an intruder.
Why would you do that?
Intruder alert. Strike squadron, move out.
It's just me, your friend, biochemical researcher. Come on. I think it was a mistake agreeing to play this game again.
We've lost contact with one of ours.
Okay, so
All squadrons, maintain posts.
that.
Intruder! Someone help!
Roger.
I mean, honestly, gotta get into the vent.
The intruder.
Got the retinal scanner back. Yeah, the caution timer in this game takes so long to tick down normally.
Everything's under control. Go back to the rendezvous.
There's an intruder.
No. Everything's fine. Look, it's me, the Shaving Guard. I forgot that this was like Prime Tactics. Just wander around with your electric stun shaver, pretending to shave at all times, even if you're wearing a thick piece of cloth over your face. Nobody will suspect a thing. The minute someone's like, hey, you can immediately stun them and just stop them from discovering you. Sort of. Doesn't always work, but it does work a decent amount of the time. fucking camera angles, man. Is that it? Okay.
Come on, kid, jump in.
The voice acting in this game is typical perfection. Come on, kid, jump in. Takes a little bit to start getting into the really good stuff in this game. We're still kind of warming up a little bit. With the game? No. Case number 2. 24-hour plus wolf. Oh yeah, I was talking earlier about, this Cole brought up Shadow Hearts.
Let's begin. Nanotech-Dyne Inc. may have a new weapon, but we need hard evidence. You must access their computer and find the relevant files. The computer is located in the high security zone. It's protected by a security system designed by Kaysen. It will be a miracle if you break in and get the files. Michael's on the case. Locate him once you're in. Michael reports that you need special optical discs for the data transfer. They are in the Level 2 lab. Acquire the discs before you enter the high security zone. This is your mission. Do you understand?
I present to you.
There are 2 ways in, via the Wing A rooftop or via the underground parking lot. Choose your route.
Well, we already went through the parking lot, so let's just go in through the rooftop this time.
Use a ventilation shaft to enter the Wing A rooftop. You must rappel down 40 meters at a time. Are you still interested?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Go to the rendezvous on the Wing A rooftop when the mission's complete. After transferring the data, climb the ladder in the passageway and get to the roof.
This level literally steals the famous scene from the first Mission Impossible, where Tom Cruise drops into a computer clean room while hanging from a wire. You shall see. Oh, we're getting some good shadows again. I don't think they knew how shadows worked. Oh, but back onto my thought from before. Cole mentioned Shadow Hearts. I have a game that's basically a prequel to Shadow Hearts for the PlayStation called Kudelka. It's basically a gothic horror RPG. And the weird part about it is that it is 4 discs. You would think that would mean it's a very long game, but it's actually a ridiculously short RPG. It's 4 discs because they're so crammed full of cinematics and stuff.
Your cable will extend as you move into position. They did teach you rappelling at the farm.
Yeah, sure. He taught me rappelling.
spider. Move the left analog stick down to let out your cable. Move the left analog stick up to take it in. Turn yourself around by moving left or right. If you're in trouble, press the L1 button to hold your body straight. And be careful not to break the infrared laser beams.
If I'm supposed to be doing this like a spider, does that mean I should be upside down with it? There it is. Does my arm touch the, Yeah, it does. I got a flash pencil. Also, it's really hard to tell where I am in relation to the lasers. Shit. Just like that, game over.
Select.
Hey. Luckily, it lets me skip tutorials. Like a graceful bird. Okay. That's gotta go. A bit lower. Right. Also, I hate that sound. Oh, there it is. Descend a minicam. Ooh, yo. Can I hit it? That's scary. It's like too scary. Okay, I see. That one. I see. Oh, that was super close. Okay, sig torch. Broke open that way. We need to get little diskettes, if I remember right.
Intruder! Someone help!
Roger, strike squadron, move out.
Don't believe they know I'm here. On. Oh, okay. I can actually.
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area.
So I think I might be able to use my 3DA camera. Yeah.
No intruders here!
Can you turn? Can you turn and look at me?
All clear. Maggot on the run. All areas, maintain alert status.
Clothing data only. You guys gonna... You gonna move? You're not gonna move, are you? Oh wait, you're in caution. Okay, we've got clothing data on these guys at least, so
All clear. All squadrons, return to position.
I hate the camera in this game so much.
Intruder! Someone help me!
Oh shit. Okay.
Roger, strike squadron.
God, this isn't gonna work like this.
Get it! Never escape!
You say that, but here I go, escaping.
Get it! You can't hide from me! There you are! You can't hide from me! There you are! You can't hide from me!
You know what you guys all need?
We've lost contact with one of ours.
Okay.
All squadrons,
So,
maintain post.
can I become full guard? Yes. Oh, but I don't have the... Okay. Alright, let's check my map and find out where I need to go here. Other data disk and get the optical disc, go to the high security zone. think one of the discs is in this room, and then I think the other disc is in Forrest Kaysen's lab. I'm so bad at this. Oh, he knocked me out. Cool. Come on, Billy, get up. Billy's not gonna get up. Actually. We stand far enough away, even without a helmet, we should be fine. Come back in here and actually be full guard. Okay, so... now we just need to find that disc. Well, there's one of the discs. Guard in there had it. That mean a different guard has the... It's this guy knows something.
Some high security zone. Casey's gonna hit the roof.
Okay.
This place is locked up tighter than a drum. Even the boiler room's under surveillance.
Interesting. You didn't see anything.
Intruder! Someone
Oh, come on, man.
Roger, strike squadron, move out.
There you are. Can I be? There you are. Can
Come on. Is it like this? This game is painful. And part of that, I will fully admit, has to do with the fact that I'm not terribly great at stealth. Some of it is literally just poor design.
I'm heading down to the boiler room. A pack of rats got into the access passage earlier. Everyone's freaking out.
Intruder! Someone help!
No, he's fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's okay. Nobody needs help.
Intruder!
Oh, that's right. I'm already wanted guard.
There you are. You can't hide from me. There you are. You can't hide from me. Forget it. You'll never escape.
One of these was boiler room, wasn't it?
The intruder has escaped. Intruder! Someone help! Roger. Strike squad. Move out. Come in, soldier. Do you copy? We've lost contact with one of ours. All squadrons, maintain post.
Okay. Oh. Oh boy. I forgot about this. Truthfully, I might not even be through. I don't have. Oh, go to the high security gun. Okay. I guess I did get both of the discs already. Ow. What am I supposed to do? This is an interesting game. It is, but I'm kind of not doing a great job of showing it off.
The computer room is below you. Kaysen designed the security system himself. It's state-of-the-art. Deadly. There's no room for error.
He's actually not kidding there.
Kaysen installed infrared motion detectors. Laser beams respond instantly if they're interrupted. One touch, and you're busted. There are floor pressure detectors covering the entire floor. They detect a change in pressure of 0.025 grams. A single drop of water will set them off. Stay suspended. Don't touch the floor. Don't even breathe. Finally, the heat detectors. By far the most dangerous. To prevent the computer from overheating, the room is kept at a constant 62 degrees.
I don't know if you've ever seen the original Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, but this is
Cooling spray will keep you from setting off
pretty
the alarm.
much
Before going in,
exactly how an iconic scene from that movie went down.
break through all three systems before it wears off. If the cooling spray wears off before you're done, go through the ceiling and spray it on again. Got all that?
Oh, we won't have time to do that.
Use the optical disc before you turn it on. Then follow the prompts. Enter Kaysen's password. It's the number on the current lotto ticket. Check it before booting up. Can you remember all that? If you make it out alive, don't forget to thank me.
Okay. So yeah, essentially we have to spray ourselves with cooling spray, dive down through the lasers as quick as humanly possible, and then five left. Okay. Okay, here we go. Shoot. Well, that was bad. Shoot. It's bad because it's really hard to tell where the lasers are. Such a Mission Impossible ripoff. It really is. Oh, come on. I couldn't... The hole was small when the grid wasn't there, and then it only opened up again when the grid came back. Okay. Come on. Okay. Goes away. Ah, I almost made it that time. optical disc.
Howdy, partner. It's Cowgirl Kathy. Start pretty cowboy, or I'll head you off at the password.
Okay. 3, 5, 11, 25, 51. Okay, I got it.
Howdy, partner. It's Cowgirl Kathy. Start pretty cowboy, or I'll head you off at the password.
Can't believe this game actually expects you to remember that with everything else you're trying to do.
You've logged onto the computer. Now we can get the proof we need. What's that emblem? It looks familiar. I'll have HQ check it out.
Does it, Nicholas? Does it look familiar?
Transfer complete. Collect the optical disc. I'll meet you at the rendezvous.
Yeah, now we just have to try to get out of here. Oh boy. Oh wait, that's right. Please don't make me do that whole thing again! Oh, touch the ground. That wasn't okay. Oh man, much like Sonic 06, I forgot just what level of bad this game is. I locked myself into this. Don't feel too bad for me. I put this on myself. I thought, oh man, spy fiction. That's a game I didn't enjoy the first time I played. Maybe it was just because I played through it blind. Maybe with the time, maybe with the benefit of like time and knowing what's going to happen in the game, I'll be able to deal with it better. Apparently not. Oh, okay. The very tip of my toe. Save state this. I'm playing on real hardware, friend. This is a PS2 game. I don't have save states. Got it. Okay, I goofed last time. I remember what I have to do now. That purple laser comes down and you kind of have to get really close to the ground while it's chasing you.
Howdy, partner. It's Cowgirl Caddy. Try pretty cowboy, or I'll head you off at the password.
Okay.
You've logged onto the computer. Now we can get
Yep.
the proof we need. What's that emblem? It looks familiar. I'll have HQ check it out. Transfer complete. Collect the optical disc. I'll meet you at the rendezvous.
Okay, so now while... No. We have to actually be like this. And then, for no reason at all, a bolt falls out of a vent cover. And somehow Billy can see this out of the back of his head. And catch it in time. Oh, how am I doing? Oh, hey, Zero. I'm doing alright. Okay. Now I believe we can zip straight back up. Come on, hurry up. Okay. Whew.
Mission accomplished. Hurry to the Wing A rooftop rendezvous. There's an emergency ladder in the main passageway. Climb up the ladder and head for the rooftop. It's that passage you passed on the way in.
Passage I passed on my way in. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. But I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, I forgot. Once you're on the other side of these, you can just... shoot these so you don't have to jump over lasers on the way back. Okay. I forget, does the map actually... Oh, it kind of does. Escape from top A. Yeah. This game is a whole lot of jank. And I forgot just how badass It's been a long time since I've replayed through this game. And I now remember why I was avoiding ever doing that. So this is a Metroidvania? No. It's kind of a... game Deadly Premonition. This game or Deadly Premonition. Oh, a Deadly Premonition in a heartbeat, man. I loved Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition is the reason I got this game in the first place.
Good work. Now watch your back.
Because I heard, because I love Deadly Premonition, and I heard that Swery had also made more games. Kind of a silly style to them, like this one. Can I take a picture of a new guard and turn into a not wanted guard? No. Oh, I overwrote the data. Shit. No, come on. Yeah, you have to take pictures of people in order to be able to become them. Yeah, you can only keep 2. Okay. I hate this map works. Okay, so I need to go one hallway over. Hitman this ain't... Nah. Yeah. This game has very flawed stealth mechanics. Wait, there's 2 ladders? Which one goes to where I need? Don't need the 3DA camera right now. My aim's so bad. Weirdly, Hitman is not one of the things that this game pulls from. Metal Gear and Mission Impossible, yeah. That's more or less what I think its main inspirations are. It's very Metal Gear. Not only does it look very Metal Gear, but towards the end of the game, they really start adopting a whole lot of Metal Gear plot points. Got up. Come on, drop down. Okay, let's go. course, now the mission goes wrong for no particular reason. I mean, outside of the fact that
Been spotted. Find a new escape route.
I got put them on security alert at least like 5 or 6 times throughout this mission. But yeah, I don't know why they think that. I don't know why they're on high security now.
There's a glider pack at the Wing B rooftop dead drop. Cross the connecting bridge and head toward the roof. The bridge is heavily guarded. Scale the outside wall and don't get caught. Watch out. There's a small animal defense system on the outside wall. It keeps out all kinds of vermin.
Why?
Vaporizes your average rat. One touch, you're barbecue.
You gonna fight Liquid in a Hind D? No, but I remember thinking to myself, man, if that guy suddenly runs and jumps into a giant robot dinosaur, I'm going to scream. Okay. So the prime strategy in this is to just basically look like you're always shaving.
Roger. Alert all areas. We have an intruder.
Yeah. No. Please stop. No.
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area.
No, it's cool. We're fine. You don't have to search the area. Nobody look out the windows. Is the camera as bad to control as it looks on stream? Yes. Yes, it is. Can I drop? That's right in front of one of those electro plates. Sometimes you have free control of the camera. Other times it switches to a fixed camera and you can move it around a little bit. But the game doesn't really tell you when these things happen. Oof. Move. Okay. So there's a glider pack up here, I think.
Intruder alert. Let's get him out of here. Roger. Alert all areas.
Where is it?
We have an intruder.
Oh, is that it? Right there?
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area.
Okay. They have to be the loudest footsteps in video game history. I wonder if there's actually a volume slider for that. Sound effects, okay, yeah. I was playing, No Honor compared to the other effects. Oh. It's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy 13. I don't remember Lightning's footsteps. I remember playing Persona 4 recently, though, and the original Persona 4 doesn't have any volume sliders in its options. So I'd rather listen to the music than the sound effects, so I have to, like, the music's a little quiet sometimes, so I have to turn it up, but then you hear loud-ass door sound effects alongside it. Alright, well, that's enough torturing myself today. Persona 4 Golden on Steam. I actually have Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. But I still prefer to go back and I still like playing the original. Mostly because I've been trying for a long time. I beat that game twice. And then I learned that there's an extra... This was even before Golden came out, but I learned that there was an extra dungeon and a secret final boss in this game. This, like, 60-plus hour game that I had just already beaten twice. I was like, great, now I have to go through another 60-plus hours so I can get the chance to actually do it right this time. Alright, though. Yeah, you go talk to all your friends in town, and then Dojima's just like, hey, you ready to go? Rule 1 of Persona, always say no. See, though, at the end of Persona 5, I said no because I was like, there's got to be an extra hidden dungeon, right? And there wasn't in that game. I don't think there is... Not in Persona 3 either. There was seemingly no reason to think that there was anything extra other than the fact that my characters were not high enough level to make, like, certain really strong personas. And then I looked up online and it's like, oh yeah, there's... You say bye to all your friends, and then you tell Dojima, you know, there's unfinished business, and then you go talk to the random gas station attendant that you talk to, like, pretty much at the very beginning of the game, and then you get to go and do an extra dungeon. If that's what I think. Go to the food court. Okay, like, original Persona 5 didn't have an extra dungeon at the end of it. And I, like, checked thoroughly when I was at the end of the game. I went online and I'm like, Persona 5 secret endgame dungeon. Nobody had anything. Now, if Royal did add an extra endgame dungeon, I haven't gotten to that point in Royal again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. God, this game was worse than I remember. I think everybody else just dipped because it ended up looking really unfun. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Come back to this another time. I think it gets better beyond this point. Well, I mean, like, it gets more interesting. the pain still remains. Same. Hey, no problem, guys. Braid kite. Yeah, I guess we could do that. You love stealth games? I like stealth games sometimes, but I'm also rather bad at them. Yeah. Please don't make me eat again. Yeah. But okay. Yeah, we'll drop in on Kite. But I've never been particularly good at stealth games. I'm decent at Metal Gear Solid because it's got a rather easy learning curve. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. Here we go. Have a good day, guys.